Yeah.
I mean, I think I can handle it well. I mean, probably the most negative feedback that I ever can receive is one that is created in my own mind, meaning that I am my worst critic. I am my worst, right? I am a pathological perfectionist person. So most of the what I call the looping thoughts, right? The intrusive looping thoughts that would constitute the majority of my lived experience in terms of negative emotions, stem from me imposing this on myself.
Well, I was wondering because you said you're someone who's intolerant of poutiness and that sort of thing, and that I'm like that too. To the degree that I engage in conflict, it's usually because I see something like that happening and I want to get it cleared up.
Exactly.
And I think that might also be true on a social basis, insofar as at least my temperament operates that way. I think, I can see where this is going. Yeah. It doesn't look good. I'd rather say something about now than later.
And if I were going to kind of do a Freudian thing of linking it back to childhood and so on, I would say that, and I've never shared this ever publicly in the past. My home life with my parents was such that my parents, although they were married for 60 plus years, they got married in 1950, they're still both alive, had an acrimonious relationship with one another, in that there was a lot of, if not overt hostility, certainly latent under, I used to always joke that all the horrors that I experienced in the Lebanese Civil War was nothing compared to some of the horrors of the conflicts between them, which wasn't always, it's not like they were beating each other up, but there was this constant hostility. And so maybe in part because of that, I seek to exactly never recreate that in my own home. And so, my wife and I have a lot of public displays of affection towards each other. And I think, my God, my children see the love that my wife and I express to each other in a given day more than the amount that I've seen my parents exhibit towards one another in 50 years. And so maybe that is part of the intolerance, which is I lived that and I don't want to replicate that. So maybe that's...
Certainly seems plausible. So the fog is what's created when you engage in acts of willful blindness. When you could know, but you decide that you don't want to.
Beautiful.